Hey my beautiful flowers, let's begin this reading. Welcome to my channel, Here for a Reason. I felt a very interesting pull to do a reading, and my initial intention was to do a love reading for zodiac signs, yet it just didn't sit right with me. And I started to feel like heavier energies, and then I decided to do a reading for those who are going through something at this time. This is going to be a general reading, guys, for a collective of all of us, and this is going to be for those who are going through uncertain situation right now. We're going to check your present energy. We're going to go to see what spirit wants to suggest to you as an action, and we will see how the reading goes, okay? Because sometimes I don't have really an agenda on too many questions. I start with one or two questions and intentions, and I go from there. So let's see. Oh, okay. This is so interesting how we got like sun on one hand and the 10 of wands. 10 of wands is like in reverse, is like you're not willing to let go of responsibilities and burdens, but if you do, you get the sun, the happiest card in the world. Okay, spirit, I'm ready. Let's check the present energies and go from there, guys. This is a general reading. Please take it as it resonates, okay? Okay, let's begin. Spirit guides, guardian angels, what do we have for the collective for the current situation? So we got the Fool. Let me put it over here. We got the Fool. We got the Seven of Swords. All of them are in reverse. What else? One or two more cards. Many reversals. Okay, one more card. Guys, I read intuitively. Take it as it resonates. Okay, I will pull one more card. I will pull clarifiers if needed. And that's too many. I guess like you guys got all reversals. Interesting. Okay, so while I'm pulling the cards, I feel like I'm connecting to some of you guys who are not willing to take a leap of faith because, oh, nice. Okay, let me move it here. Okay. Sorry, guys, I had to take a little break here. Okay, so from what I see from this spread is that I'm connecting to a collective, some of you, not all of you, of course, who are currently being in the energy of like massive negativity and focusing on what's going wrong in your life instead of focusing what's going good. And this is the energy, especially with the Four of Cups, this is the energy of being pessimistic and negative in your mindset and the way you're thinking. This is Spirit telling you, especially with the Four of Cups in reverse, that this is time for you to practice more gratitude, and it is time for you to work on your mindset, okay? This overall spread about the death and rebirth, we're going to talk a little bit in depth, but this overall spread is telling me that you guys are being in the negative mindset, in the energy of resentment and pessimism. Also, with the Fool in reverse, some of you guys, because you are so wrapped up in this energy of negativity and negative mindset, you are not recognizing what's going good in your life. That is the first one. It might mean, and I'm sorry to say that, but it might mean that some of you guys are complaining a little bit too much because you focus on, again, what's going wrong, which is never wrong. It's exactly how it should be, but you're focusing on negativity. And as a result, you're not willing to take a leap of faith into trying something new, trying something, like taking a leap of faith into something that will snap you out of this pretty heavy energy. Like there is a reason why I felt this like pretty heavy energy, and I felt called to do this reading because I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you cannot stay for way too long in that low vibration energy, guys. You just can't. And even if you are not willing to take a leap of faith in trying something new in your life and actually making a change, because you are the creator of your life, the universe is telling you that it will happen no matter what. Okay, I'm pretty sure that if we look, if we keep shuffling, like the Tower card would have come out. I don't see it here, but I feel it. I feel the energy of a Tower moment. The Spirit is telling you that regardless whether you want it or not, but death and then rebirth is happening in your life, whether you want it or not. So you might as well buckle up and realize that everything that you're going through right now, it's either preparing you for a massive shift, or the massive shift is already happening. And instead of complaining and seeing everything through like negative lens, you need to see things as, I lost my train of thoughts. Oh my God, what just happened? I had so many thoughts and I lost train of thoughts. That's okay. It will come back. But what I was saying is that instead of focusing on the negative aspect and complaining and being in this pessimistic like mindset that you're currently in, Spirit is telling you that you need to embrace like this experience and understand that with death, you know, don't be scared of that word death, because with every death there is always a rebirth. With an end of something, there is always a beginning of something new. Okay, you're going through a death and rebirth in your life. So instead of focusing on the bad one, see it as an opportunity that something is actually being created out of this whole funny thing. Spirit, can you clarify death and rebirth? It's not funny, I mean funny in quotes. But you need to understand that every single, that's too many, that every single, again, I'll quote it because in our perception, what's negative, it's not actual negative, it's just something that is either teaching us about ourselves, about the world, and makes us learn and grow and evolve, guys, okay? Death and rebirth, clarify please. Death and rebirth, what is it about? Death and rebirth. I feel like you guys are not willing to let something go. You're being stubborn. Spirit, can you clarify death and rebirth, please? Okay, hold on. Can you please clarify death and rebirth? What is it about? What is it about? Death and rebirth. Yeah, what did I say? That like whatever is ending in your life, like you might perceive as failure, can be failure. Again, I will quote it because nothing is ever a failure as we see it, because it's always a lesson. So this card says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Okay, so whatever, guys, you're wallowing over right now and that brought you to that negative mindset, a failure does not make you being a failure. Okay, you know, I'm a big fan of like listening to podcasts and self-development and spirituality, and you will not see ever a successful person who did not go through multiple failures before they hit their successful, like their star moment, you know, like their whatever, like the success, the victory. There is like it's just simply impossible. It's simply impossible to have success without hitting lots and lots of failures, just like, you know, making mistakes. But by making mistakes, we all learn, guys, okay? All right, I feel like we can see. Spirit, let's tune into the future. And guys, this is timeless reading. I did not set an intention for the time to anchor where we are right now. We are in November 2025, but this is a timeless reading, okay? Spirit, what advice do you have? What advice for action? Okay, let's go. What advice for action do you have? Okay. 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 Let me see. I see that you got a son. That's awesome. Okay, can I get one more card, please? Can I get one more card, Spirit? Can I get one more card? I see. Okay, so let me start talking. Okay, so I feel like with the Hermit, I feel like Spirit is telling you that you need to quiet your mind a little bit, and you need to maybe self-isolate is not the great words to use, but Hermit is the card of spending some time with yourself, spending some time alone in your own company, so you get your mind as is without any distractions. Okay, this is the invitation from Spirit to snap out of all this negativity. You need to dedicate some time to do work on yourself, to meditate, to journal, to do shadow work. You need to do a lot of work, guys, on self. But I'm telling you guys, like, doing the work on self, working through the shadow, going through, like, it's, I don't necessarily love this term, but just to maybe give a reference, like going through a dark night of a soul, because Hermit can mean that, if you allow yourself to actually go through this dark night of a soul, because sometimes, like, right before awakening, there is a dark night of a soul, but quite often people are not recognizing it as a blessing in disguise, as death and rebirth is a blessing in disguise, and they see, like, the experiences in negative aspect, where in reality this is happening not to them. So life happening is not to you but for you guys. Okay, and this is the moment for you to give time and space for you to connect with your inner world, preferably like meditate and journal and connect with your inner voice, intuition. Okay, because at this time, and look, I see Four of Pentacles, you are being a little bit you're holding on to your beliefs, maybe to your money too. Pentacles very often is connected to money, but I feel like you are holding on way too strong onto the beliefs, like, that are pretty much outdated, and Spirit is telling you that you kind of need to, like, release that like, you release that grip of those beliefs, and even if it's related to money, understand that there is, like, a whole world in front of you, that you can go and explore. You can go and explore, like, new beliefs. Nothing is set in stone, so just don't grip like too tightly onto whatever you are holding on to right now. Okay, and Spirit is telling you that you need to be more in flow with the universe. Okay, and tap into the energy of gratitude instead of always complaining, like, of whatever your situation is that you see as failure. See it as a blessing in disguise, because with whatever quote unquote failure, there is a rebirth of something bigger and better, because we got a sun over here, guys. Yet Spirit is telling you with the Magician in reverse that you guys are not using all the tools that you have to your disposal. you know, because magician in the upright position is the manifesting of your dreams, like using all the tools that are available. And it's spirit is telling you, not me, you. Spirit is telling me to tell you that you're not using all your potential. You're not using all the tools that are actually within you or available to you. Your energy might be, and I'm pretty sure that with all those cards here, that your energy is very unfocused and blocked. Your creative energy at this time is pretty blocked. So, and definitely not focused. Like it's impossible to be focused and creative in when this entire energy is going on. So, Spirit is telling you that you need to use all the tools that are available to you, and also believe in your potential. You are not using like the potential, the gifts that universe gave you, you know, like you know, that were with you from pretty much like birth. Okay, you just don't recognize your own talents and your own potential. So this is spirit telling you that you need to start utilizing it. Okay, because like I see like an amazing outcome, guys. Like you, okay, so I'm coming kind of like going one card at a time, but I'm putting like a whole book and story together here, what spirit wants to tell you. And with the Ace of Cups over here, with these two cards, they are very, very connected one to another in this particular spread, because I feel like spirit is telling you that you need to, again, with the Hermit, you need to allocate time to connect with self without any distractions, without people distracting you, without television distracting you, without internet, social media distracting you. You need to just like sit and spend time with yourself. It's not always easy. It's actually very difficult, but that's what the work is there, you know. But that's the whole point, for you to go through unpleasant and uncomfortable process of working on self and self-discovery, like releasing through crying, through yelling, through sweating even. Like there is a lot of, like, you know, when we start purging, when we start releasing, like our body releases a lot of blocked energy, and you need definitely to do that. And also, not only like we're going to talk about emotional here, but here, like with the Hermit, I feel like you also need to like the physical relief. And one of the amazing modalities that worked for me personally, one of them, not just it, but it was breath work, guys. Like the breath work like did incredible things, like in order for me to release like the stagnant and blocked energies that were sitting in my body like for years, you know. So give it a try. Like the one that I use, like on top of going to retreats, but retreats came after I already released a lot of stuff, and it was Wim Hof method. It's openly available to everybody for free on YouTube. Give it a try. And then once you check out Wim Hof, oh my god, what's his name? I'm blanking his name. There is like this guy with long hair, tall, kind of like lanky guy, very beautifully recorded videos. Like you will notice him because he's actually teaching Wim Hof method too on his channel. I don't remember his name, Jim or something, but he's like a very, you know, a tall and long hair guy. Jason. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because the first resource I would recommend you to give it a try is Wim Hof. Again, take it, please, don't take it, you know, as a medical advice or anything. You have free will to do things, so use your own discretion if you are willing to go through breath work, because there are certain limitations that are not for everybody per se, like if you have high blood pressure or if you're pregnant. But if you're curious, maybe Google, you know, if you have a health condition or something, that like those pros and cons for the breath work. But I'm telling you, like in my case, Wim Hof method, Wim Hof's videos, they were like incredibly helpful for me to go through a lot of darkness within me, a lot of shadows, a lot of physical blockages, like energies that were just sitting there for years and years and years, okay? But on top of that, like you need to, I started from here and I wanted to tell you that this is time for you to nurture yourself by giving yourself more love. And self-love and loving yourself doesn't mean to go and do like a bubble spa, like a bubble bath, go to the spa and do your nails, or I don't know, buy like a sports car. No, this is the time when you allow your emotions to come to the surface. Again, guys, like this is you honoring whatever is coming up for you in this process of self-healing and self-development and going through this death and rebirth process. You need to allow your emotions to be as they are without shame and guilt and worrying that somebody will judge, or you will, without you even judging your own feelings and emotions. This is why I mentioned, there is a reason, you see, why I mentioned breath work, because breath work helps release a lot of blocked emotions that are within us that we did not allow ourselves prior to feel completely. And breathwork helps release a lot of shame and guilt and judgment too, like from within us about ourselves, okay? You need to open your heart to the possibility of being in love of who you are, okay? Page of Cups is a very romantic energy, guys. Like Page of Cups is a very, very romantic energy. But like I did a lot of readings and I have that card quite often popping up. And if it's a love reading, yeah, that means that, you know, maybe a romantic partner comes like a very romantic person comes onto your path. But in your situation, guys, I feel like this is spirit telling you, and I interpret this card as self-love a lot. I do like readings, and I would say that half of the time, how I feel intuitively, this is the card of self-love, and also this is a card of daydreaming. So allow yourself to daydream, allow yourself to believe in possibilities, allow yourself to believe that you can live a better life, that you are worthy of living a better life, you are worthy of leaving all this behind. And this is the time for you to nourish and love yourself by honoring your emotions, by setting boundaries with yourself, and especially with people around you. Anyone who is in your life, you need to set boundaries with everybody, healthy boundaries, like not like, you know, coming from an egotistical place. That's not what I'm saying. Healthy boundaries like is a must when you are dealing with other people, because you are honoring your own feelings and emotions. And if somebody is not respecting your feelings or emotions, or how you want to feel, or what you want to do, like here is where boundary comes like really, really handy. And you know, I really like, I forgot who said that, but it kind of like engraved in my memory that if you set a boundary with someone and they do not respect it, that means that you did not set a boundary. Because when you truly set a boundary, it is loud and clear, and to other people, that you're not tolerating like the BS, or you're not tolerating like whatever, you know, because you no longer play that role of people pleasing, or you know, you no longer have the fears that you had before, because you did the work, okay? Or we all do the work. It's a lifetime journey. You know, I used to believe that, okay, once I heal, it's kind of like, you know, it's like healing. It's like this course, like let's say 1 year course, and then you're fine, you're good, and then you can live a happy ever after life. Well, to my biggest disappointment, That is not the case. Healing and self-work and self-development is a lifelong journey, but once you release a whole chunk of whatever you were holding on to for years, like energetically and physically too, and emotionally, once you release all that blocked energy, guys, like I'm telling you, this is so, you know, like this is the third time when I'm trying to say it and I keep forgetting. It's like, you know, like the death and rebirth process and going like through the dark night of a soul process. Like for some reason, this is the card, like how I feel it today. Going through the dark night of a soul, guys, like is not an easy process. It is a lonely process. It is a demanding process. It is freaking exhausting process. But what I keep shouting through the roofs of every single imaginary building, that once you go through that, it is so worth it, guys. Like, I cannot even, it's like the analogy that especially recently that came is like when a mother who is about to go in labor, who is in labor, she is in an incredible amount of pain. She is in an incredible amount of pain while giving birth to a baby. But after the baby is born, after the baby is put on her belly, and then she gets that baby and connects with the baby skin on skin, a mother forgets. Oh my God, I have chills, guys. Like, ask any mother who gave birth naturally, ask any mother, do they actually remember the pain, the physical pain, let's say a week after the birth? Because you know, well, not in a week, sorry. You know what, just to be very specific, I would say 3 months after the birth, you know, unless there are like physical complications. I'm just talking about an average birthing, you know. And then once the body is healed, pretty much, let's say 3 months later, ask any mother, like, do they actually physically and emotionally remember the pain of labor? Most of them will say no. They will remember that it was painful. They will remember that it was incredibly uncomfortable. It was painful. It was like nerve-wracking at some point. But if after a while, and especially once they hold the baby in their hands and they see the the harvest, like the baby, a new human being in their hands, pretty much nobody, not at least those mothers that I have asked, like nobody remembers the pains of the labor. Only like logically, they remember that it was painful, but they do not remember the actual pain. So what I'm trying to say here, that with the death, with the situation that you're holding on, like your grip is so tight, and you're in this negative energy, guys, and not willing to take a leap of faith to start believing that something bigger and better can come into your life. But before that can happen, you need to shift your vibration. You need to shift your perspective onto life, guys. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that once you start, you know, once you do the work and once you give yourself love, once you start realizing that you are a powerful being, that who is creating and co-creating with the universe, guys, we got the Sun, and the Sun is the ultimate card in tarot. It's considered the happiest card in any tarot, and it's the card of happiness. It's the card of wishes fulfilled. It's the card of ultimate happiness and dreams manifested. But you know what, I want to double check something here, not double check, but there is like a whole list of what this card means. This is the card of abundance and creativity and positivity and love and manifesting your dreams, what you truly desire, what you allowed yourself to dream of and believe that it is achievable, it is real. And this is the inner beauty card. And also I feel, because this is in tarot, it's also a yes card, so I feel like Spirit is telling you to say yes to yourself, Say yes to a brighter future for yourself and your loved ones, because you are enough and you are worthy. So yes, yes, yes to a better life, to a beautiful life of your dreams, of happiness and joy and abundance. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's see what our galactic friends want to tell you, because I just with this one it's kind of like clear to me, but you need to be willing, guys, to allocate some time without distractions and go within. Okay, you need to go within. Spirit, my beautiful galactics, this is Martian Oracle deck, Mystic Martian Oracle deck. What do you guys have for the collective as advice? What would you like to suggest? Crop circle. Okay, 27. Hold on, this one I will read. Give me 1 second. 27 in reverse, crop circles. Blocked communication, needing constant validation. Well, but we already kind of established that. It's just a confirmation. Yeah, you don't need constant validation from people, guys. Again, I feel like this is related to the negativity you're in right now, and also like you needing to set boundaries. And also, guys, like you don't need constant validation from other people, because you are the ultimate person who can give yourself that. Okay, your happiness is not dependent on anybody else but you are the creator of your ultimate happiness. Okay, blocked communication, I don't really feel that. So, and again, I read intuitively, so I feel like it's about the needing validation. Anything else? Air in reverse, 25. Interesting. Who am I connecting to, guys? By the way, let me know in the comments if you feel comfortable. I'm very curious, like what are you going through at this time? What is going on? Overthinking. Yeah, I can totally see that. Mentally dull. Yeah. Scatterbrained. Head in the clouds. Yeah, guys, this is again another confirmation. Like I feel like we're connecting here, just like galactics are bringing you to the current energy you are in that you need to work on. And this is like the non-stop overthinking and monkey mind. And this is the invitation again for you guys to consider meditating. Okay, and going through this process of connecting with self without any distractions, because like in this modern world we are constantly being bombarded by like the dopamine bombs, basically, with the social media, with the television, with everything available to us like instantly. Okay, so you need to extract from all of that for a little while. Okay, anything else, my friends? Okay, well, anything else would you like to say to the view? Okay, well, this one kind of fell off. So Andromedans, my loves, hello. Okay, you got a lot of reversals today, guys. Yeah, I feel like you really needed that message today, guys. So let's see. Yeah, rigid in your thinking. Again, holding on. You see how we got this card, like holding on to your belief, like really tightly, and being like super rigid in your beliefs, in the way you think is very linear, yet you're feeling stuck and avoidant to see the other side of the reality, because your mindset is so kind of, you know, forward. I mean narrow-minded in a way, not even forward but narrow-minded, so boxed in. Yeah, yet you're procrastinating to take a leap of faith. I feel like our galactics are focusing on your current energy more, because your future energy is very clear. We already got the message. And anything else? MIB. Oh my god, all the reversals. Yeah, guys, I don't know who I'm connecting to, but Spirit is trying to awaken you, okay? Yeah, healthy boundaries. You need to set healthy boundaries, guys, and respect the privacy. Even if it's your family member, especially if it's your family members, guys, like you need to set clear and be careful, because sometimes people like overuse that term boundaries, like which comes like from a very egotistical place. So healthy boundaries is something that you create with respect to other people still being in your life, but for them to respect your needs and your emotions and your feelings too, okay? Whatever your boundary is, it's, you know, it's your privacy per se, that you, let's say if your relatives or friends show up at your place unannounced, without any call, without texting, just out of freaking blue, knocking on your door and being like, hey, let's hang out, or we were in the neighborhood. So by you setting a healthy boundary and saying, guys, you know, I love you, I respect you, but next time when you're in the neighborhood, please give me a call or text to see if I'm available, to see if I am even in the mood for the guests, or if, you know, I am willing to accept guests. It might sound like you're being rude or anything, but this is a boundary that people need to respect, because this is your place, this is your privacy, and you have the right to, let's say, do whatever you plan to do without needing to entertain people who did not even bother to call you in advance, for you to get prepared at least for that, okay? Yeah, respect. What did I say? I didn't even read that line before. Respecting other space. People need to respect your space. You know, they need to respect your space, your privacy, even your belongings. Let's say if you have a relative who comes like always to your place and start touching your things, and you don't like them, like me, like I don't like when people come to my, like to our place and start touching everything without asking. Like my boundary would be like, hey, do you mind please to not touch it, because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like people touching my things, you know? And you don't have to be rude about it. You just say as is. And if people don't respect your boundaries, you know, you say it again, and then you don't invite them again, ever again. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to pull a card from the Soul's Journey, and this is going to be a message from your higher self, guys, okay? Spirit guides, my beautiful spirit, what do we have from the higher self of the viewer? Messages from, okay, you know what, I'll put it back, and if they're meant to come out, I don't even know what was there. Messages from the higher self of the viewer. What do we have? Messages from the higher self of the viewer. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enriches my soul. Okay, guys, this is your higher self is telling you that you need to focus not only on your mental health, but your physical health as well. So please make sure that you have some movement in your life and you eat healthy and whole foods, okay? I didn't see any cards or any energy of health issues here, but again, this is just a reminder that while you're in that energy, your immune system kind of like tends to drop. So please make sure that you drink, that you stay hydrated, that you eat whole foods, that you do not eat like junk food, and you protect your vessel, okay? Anything else? Higher self messages? Higher self over soul messages, please. What is the message for attention of the viewer? What is the message for attention of the viewer, please? What is the message for attention of the viewer? Is there anything else you would like to say? Would you like to say anything? Courage. Okay, so we got, we got 4 cards. You know what? I'll take courage. I'll put the other ones back because I feel like they were glued one to another, but we will, again, we will draw more cards. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is again, guys, about the Fool, of you taking the leap of faith. Eventually the Fool will come into upright position, but you need to have courage, okay, to believe that something bigger and better is waiting for you, guys. With the Page of Cups over here, like believe, daydream, okay, and have courage to take action. Not only believe, but take action. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Blame. Yeah, I accept responsibility for my I accept responsibility for my well-being. In that energy, guys, of pessimism and negativity, it is easy to blame the circumstances, the people, the places on all your misfortunes, but you need to take accountability and responsibility for your choices and for everything that is happening in your life, that you took also part in all of that, okay? But it is just taking accountability for your journey and for your choices, that because you have free will, okay? This is just a reminder to not blame, but just take accountability and understand that you have free will, and whatever is going on in your life at this time, it's kind of like a combination of your own decisions plus a combination of other people's decisions that brought you to this place. But we're gonna be fine as long as you allow yourself to go within, heal, use all the tools and your potential, daydream, self-love. You're gonna be fine. It's just spirit is telling you, you know, like how to get to the sun energy, that you need to, like, it's like onion, you know, layer by layer. You just get rid of all those layers with your inner beliefs and your blockages and your traumas and wounds, layer by layer, one step at a time. Okay. Anything else, my beautiful guys? Ooh, peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy, guys. I feel like this is a beautiful wrapping up the reading part. And on the bottom we had freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness, guys. I possess the power and free will. What did I say today? About the power within and the free will to create your own happiness. Just have faith, believe that you are worthy of it, that everything is available to you. And inner peace. Guys, always remember that you are a soul, an infinite soul having a human experience, and you are a being of love, and you release all this negative energy because it doesn't serve you. So I think this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message today for you guys, for all of us. A good reminder that no matter what we're going through in life, it doesn't happen to us, it happens for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to evolve and step onto the path of our higher self, okay, on our true path that is aligned with our soul. And remember that you got the final card over here is the sun, and that everything is available to you. All you need to do is shift your perspective on life, work on your self-limiting belief, release everything that doesn't serve you, that is of your limiting beliefs, energies, stuck energies, and thought patterns, and you're gonna be fine. Just have faith and believe. Okay, guys? I hope that reading did resonate with you guys, and if it did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, how is your journey? What are you going through right now? Of course, if you feel comfortable. I'm eager and excited to connect with each and every one of you guys, in hope that the readings that I do are resonating and helping you on your journey, on your path, as guidance that you perhaps needed. Let's love one another. Let's share kindness. Let's be more loving one to another and to the planet itself, and the world is going to become a better place. I keep talking about it and I'll keep talking about it, because once we all tap into the energy of more love, more compassion, more empathy, more kindness, we are going to co-create a better place to live for ourselves, for our children, for our generations and generations going forward. Okay, guys, I hope that helped. I'm wishing you all the best. I'm sending you lots of hugs as usual, and many blessings to you, your loved ones, and to the world around you and within you. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. May blessings find you and everyone around you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.